Okay, and welcome back to the live stream of Minecraft. We did a session this morning, and we're going to do a session now. Again, I tend to do these without planning because I don't have a humongous following. I suppose if I kind of did more of a scheduled thing, it'd be a little easier to get that, but at the same time, I'm mostly interested in creating content rather than creating live content, as it were. Ooh, this is interesting. Even though it is live content, it's not, I don't do the live thing because of the real-time aspect of it. I do it because it's easier to produce content quickly and effectively. Ooh, that might have been a mistake there. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. I might have just collapsed part of this little... Yeah, I created a little sinkhole there. Not a big deal. Okay, so where we left off last time, though, we were... I was just doing tinkers to kind of get a head start on that before we started mine colonies. Today's episode, I'm going to do just a teeny-weeny bit of more of the tinkers stuff, and then we are going to start on the mine colony stuff on this episode. Probably stream for about an hour, give or take. I'm just trying to somewhat fix this little mess that I've made over here. I just wanted that sandstone block so bad. I don't know why. Well, that's kind of fixed. Anyway, I died, and so I had to come back here and get my stuff. I was in the process of mining clay, which is down here. And unfortunately, I've been testing out different shaders. The one that I was using I really like, but it was having issues displaying the storage drawers items and couldn't figure it out, so I decided to try a different shader. I like this one okay too, but this one's one of the disadvantages is it really distorts underwater. Although you can see okay once you get down there. It's pretty comparable to Minecraft itself. I'm just kind of going for this clay real quick before I leave the area, though, because clay is going to be hard to come by. I have the feeling. And I can't really see this. I don't know if you can... You probably can't see it at all, but I can barely see... Yeah, actually, tell you what, so we're currently using the continuum. Let's try these Cybok shaders. I'm just going to keep going until I find one that I can actually see. Okay, I can't see on that one. Although you can... It's okay. And you can definitely see from up here. Maybe I'll stick to this for a second. The deeper you get, the harder it is to see, but you can see the outline of the blocks at least. I'm using my Maddock, which is not ideal for this job, but it's okay. It's my shovel broke, so. But yeah, if I go up to the top, I can actually see where the clay is, and I think this is going to be about it. I was hoping to get some gravel too. There is some gravel down here, I think. That's dirt. Okay, crap. Okay. And then just a little bit more. Make sure I got all the particles of it. And it's hard to say. There's a couple more clay blocks there, but I'll leave those for another time if I feel a little bit more ambitious, like going for those. Problem with this shader, as beautiful as it is underwater, and like, you know, it just makes that sand so bright, don't you think? I mean, it's just crazy bright how that sand looks. And I don't know if I want to keep that. I mean, it looks beautiful from a distance, and even the sand from a distance isn't so bad. But up close, the sand looks ridiculous. It just looks absurd. Now, I was looking online, and there is a way to tweak this brightness a little bit, but it's a little bit complicated. You have to go into the files. And right now, I'm running these shaders off of zipped files. So I'd have to unzip the file and modify it, and I don't know if I'd have to zip it back up, or I don't even know how to use it, a non-zipped file in the mod or in the shader pack context. Maybe I just unzip it and leave the whole thing there, I guess, but that would require a certain level of knowledge that I currently don't have, so I decided to screw it and just kind of do what I could with the shaders that I have. So what I could do is I could go back to this one. I added the Ultra in there as well. And I do like this shader pack. I mean, I think the sand looks a lot more reasonable. And frankly, it feels a little bit more Minecrafty without, you know, going crazy. Lots of clay here. A little bit of gravel. I think the mattock doesn't work on the gravel so much. It works on clay, dirt, and sand, but not gravel, I believe. So it's kind of a poor man's shovel in that sense. But I do have a little bit. I'm just basically collecting the resources I need to get going with tankers, to take tankers to the next level. Sorry, I got kind of excited there. Okay, so that is going to... I think that'll be fine. If I can just get just a teeny weeny bit more gravel, I will be in good shape. And one other way I could get gravel would be to dig down somewhere, like under the earth. If I can get about 32 gravel, I'd be pretty happy for starting out. By the way, for what it's worth, and maybe I'm just not good at noticing these things, I'm using the Josyph 13 Ultra right now. I had been using Josyph 13 High, and I don't notice a difference either in performance or in visualization. Boy, though, these shaders really make it feel like a tropical deserted island, and I like that feeling. I think that really enhances the story that I'm playing through here. So I basically have gone all the way around the, almost all the way around the island, heading back to my house over there, with the hopes of having a little bit of gravel. I guess it doesn't work on sand either, I can tell. The mattock works on clay and dirt, and obviously for farming you can right-click. Is it broken? Oh, it's broken, so I can't even do the... Yeah, maybe it does work on sand and it's just broken. That was my mistake for using, well, it's not even a mistake, but just the reality of using stone tools for something that I really should have better implements, but we're just kind of starting out, so gotta be careful in this cave because I don't think I have torches, and I could do here. I wonder if, because I think I mentioned earlier, this is like the first time I've really done a lot with shaders, and I wonder if I'm spoiling myself so that I can't ever go back, you know? Just getting a little bit of ore, just so I have something to work with back home. And I could create, like, a bronze pickaxe, for example, which will give me a little bit of a leg up on advancing through the metal ages. For those who are really interested in modded Minecraft in terms of metal progression and that sort of thing, here's iron, that's very important. Metal progression in Minecraft and sort of a good amalgamation of metal mods that give you a realistic and rewarding sense of progression. I cannot recommend the Blightfall mod pack on the Technic launcher enough. It is the best written blend of multiple mods that deal with technological progression through metal primarily, and other mods, magical mods as well, to get things that are very fulfilling once you get them. It is very well written. It blends everything together so well, and I just can't say enough good things about it. I believe that was it Asnoth, or is that the guy who did Thaumcraft? I can't remember who wrote the mod pack, but anyway, it's a great mod pack. Oh, I'm just finding tons of stuff down here. Kind of almost want to just stop. Did I get any, I don't even remember if this cave had gravel in it at the beginning. I think that's why I came down here, but... And by the time we get back up, I have a feeling it's going to be evening/nighttime, so I better hurry up. Because I don't want to die again. What happened when I was digging for clay earlier, it turned to night, and I was so, you know, enthusiastic to get the clay that I just lost track of time and kept, yeah, see, I kept digging even though it was nighttime, and then enemies came out and got me. Skeletons in particular. This copper is good for tools, but it's also important for various mods that we have. Mechanism. What's that engineering one? Immersive engineering. Galacticraft, of course, and well, Tinker's Construct itself. I don't have Buildcraft, I don't have Industrial Craft. I could have added those, but I thought, nah, we don't really want to get to like machine tech. We'll have plenty of that with Immersive Engineering and Mechanism. And I don't know how well those two mods play together, so we'll have to see. I'm just going to hand harvest all this gravel. But this is exactly what I needed. Obviously, for those who have played Tinkers, regardless of which version, almost all versions of Tinkers start out by making wooden, wood-based items, and that is to say, using the wooden craft and part or tool builder table. And then we progress into a casting system, which this is why we're getting all this gravel, clay, and sand. I'm going to have well over the 32 that I was going for. Just about got 64, but I'm going to get a little bit more, so I have a little bit of a margin to work with here. How much sand do I have? I've only got 5 sand. Alright, that's pretty good for now. So let's go back home and sleep. Some more gravel there, a little bit more clay down here, I think. That's a salt block for Mechanism, but I did harvest up some clay earlier from down here. So the truth is that I've probably used up quite a bit of the island's clay just in going around it once without being thorough. So that's something to keep in mind. I finished, no, I did all the, ooh, there's a skeleton. Well, I guess maybe I better take him out. Skeletons have gotten tougher since the 1.9 update, for sure. When I got a bow on that one. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about with the shader thing. Now, if I stand at the right angle, I can see what they are. But it's so hard to get that... Ooh, I got a lot of clay. I got, like 400 clay there. That frees open these stacks, so I can grab that stuff. And I'm going to go in here, close the door, and sleep. Alright, so if I go ahead and change my shader from this one, which I like, but it thinks that these need shadows, and that's the issue. And if I change it down to we'll do the continuum. Glad my computer is able to quickly switch over. It's a little easier to work with that in here, so I'm going to do that. Now what you want to do at this point, actually I'm going to go ahead and make another chest so I have a little bit more room to work with here. You want to go ahead and I'm going to put all the ore in here. And all that. Alright, and then I'm going to we're gonna upgrade our tools to flint. Let's do that. Okay. So sand, I've got almost 100 sand. So I'm going to take a full stack of sand by shift left clicking. I'm going to take a full stack of clay, same thing, and a full stack of gravel. I'm going to put them all in the crafting grid. I accidentally took 2 stacks of sand. It's very sensitive. I'm going to make this grout. It gives us 2 for every 3 base components. Put this clay back. Put this dirt in here. And then the grout we need to cook up. So I'm going to go ahead and get that cooking. You might as well cook all of it. I don't think there's any point other than just decorative, I guess, for the grout block itself. I guess I'll put this up here. I'm going to make all these into torches. And then what I'm going to need is I'm going to need a couple of those just to get, you know, got about 3 of those. And let's go up here. I love that wooden shears are a thing, by the way. I know I kind of just glossed over that in the first episode, but yeah, we have wooden shears, so, you know. We're going to do, we're going to upgrade our tools. I need a shovel head. And the mattock I'll have to do kind of manually because I don't remember exactly how to do that. But we'll start with this one, and if you just kind of put this on there, it'll replace the stone head there. So this is a higher quality item than its stone counterpart. As you can see here, 4.85 attack damage if I upgrade that. Ooh, actually, I think it might have gone down. Maybe flint is not the way to go. I don't know if I can just do that. I guess it still thinks it's broken. So I think the best thing to do would be to go back to the... Well, let's stay in the tool station. And yeah, if I just put the repair material in, it will repair it. And then if I do that... So right now it's 3.7. This changes it down to 3.61 attack damage. I don't know if that's an upgrade or not, but I guess we'll go with it. Maybe it's more durable. I don't think it's really an upgrade, though. So I'm going to stop upgrading things with flint, because I don't think I'm making any progress. And I'm just kind of thinking about building this top level here, so... I'm just kind of thinking how do I want to do this. Okay, well, we've repaired our tools at least, so... except for the mattock. Can I just do this? No. Didn't think so. So I do have to have the part builder, or the tool station. And the repair material. Okay. So with that, I think... We're waiting on that grout because I'd really like to cast a metal tool head. The stone is just not that good. Okay, so let's start the mine colony stuff. This is where the fun begins. Actually, let's check the farm first. Make sure we're set on food for a second. I'm gonna try to replace all of the barley now. Now that I have a little bit of a head start, I'd like to get the barley and the industrial hemp out of here to be replaced with the more conventional / mod friendly crops. Mod friendly in the sense that we're going to need the wheat for mine colonies. Alright, so I'm just gonna plant a bunch of carrots. And a bunch of wheat. And I guess a beetroot. And we'll let the rest of that grow. Okay. So I'll definitely be cooking up some bread with that barley. I might consider making a dedicated barley farm, actually. Do I not have any? Oh, I was going to say, I couldn't find my barley seeds. Just to have in case of emergency, because each one of these that grows is a loaf of bread. So maybe I'll go over here with it. My vines are doing nicely there. Oh, I do have gravel there. If I just do it right down here. See, the mattock is plowing these. Alright. Still, ooh, that is bright. Should I switch back to, you know, maybe that's the solution, is just to kind of go back and forth. Let me try these high ones again, because I think I like these the best. Switch back and forth between the different shaders, as whenever I need to use the storage drawers in a complicated way. Okay, well, there's a bunch of barley. We are doing poorly on hunger, so I should think about getting some food to eat at this time. Alright, so I could get potatoes going. Actually, I should plant those down below. Let's just do barley and make a bunch of bread. How are these doing? 36. Can I, yeah, I'll just put those in there. Okay, so coming along there nicely. Mr. Pig, you have to leave. I'm gonna switch out the barley and the barley for those potatoes. Ooh, I guess I'll put one there. Whatever. And I think Mr. Pig just broke this farm, so I'll put the other one there. Okay, Mr. Pig, you need to be more thoughtful. Let's terraform this little steps a little bit more user-friendly here. Eh, good enough. This island is a little bit imperfect, but it's just kind of a temporary home, you know? The other thing is I could just try to get better at pointing to the correct angle. Because if you kind of get the right angle, you can move laterally, and you can still mostly see the items. Oh, I took too much of this coal out. I didn't mean to do that so severely. I'll go ahead and eat this up. I think we're gonna have to wait until the next game day to start the mine colony stuff, but we can actually start crafting the stuff we're gonna need. So, what you really need to do, you'll need a few of these oak logs. You're gonna want to make a bunch of boats. You're gonna need 5 of them. And arrange the boats in a boat-like shape, like so. Alright? And while we're at it, this is, again, sort of planning ahead. But, you know, if you're following along at home, this is a good way to do it, I think. I'm just getting this bread. You put this flint up here somewhere. Okay, gravel. So I'll put the flint over there. Okay. Yeah, it's turning into night. Beautiful. But what we're going to do to prepare for tomorrow is we're going to make a couple additional objects. So I'm going to go ahead and make a set of doors. I'm going to make a... what do I need? A warehouse. So a warehouse is a chest with 8 logs, or 8 planks around it. Actually, we have a recipe conflict there. We're gonna have to do that. We're gonna. I have a workaround for that. Okay, now that it's the next day here. Let me just grab a few of these. I'll keep making a little bit more charcoal there. That's coming along fine. I'll just put these here for now. I'll definitely not be keeping those there. Okay, so the first thing we need to do today is we need to get a Natura wood tree cut down because we need to borrow the planks from that tree, which are not recognized by the mod that's having the recipe conflict. Now I could go in and I could change the recipe or tweak it or add a alternative or something, but that's just a lot of work. So we're gonna go ahead and do it this way. And I think I see a tree over here that we can use for this. If you're playing along at home and you've installed... By the way, I should have done this earlier on. I'll have to add this to the description in the first video, but those playing along at home, here are the mods I have. So, you know, a couple of highlights here. We have the Ether 2, Bibliocraft, Forestry, Natura, Botania, Custom NPCs, DecoCraft, Forestry, Galacticraft, Growthcraft, Tinkers, Mine Colonies, Mechanism, Mistcraft. And that's pretty much the main highlights. There's a bunch of other utility mods and such. I hate to not give them full attention, but, you know, they're just not quite as exciting as, you know, Botania, which can create frickin' magic items that change the world, you know? Like, can't really do that with not enough items. Okay, so I'm just gonna borrow this and make a little ladder. We're gonna go up here and cut this. This is a eucalyptus tree from Natura. And again, the point of this, other than obviously just increasing our wood capacity, the point of doing this is to get a workaround to our recipe conflict. So alright, so let's just get this tree. I'm just cutting the whole thing down. These eucalyptus trees get quite large, and when we get to the point of having a lumberjack to cut trees for us, I believe they confuse the lumberjacks a little bit, so we have to kind of be careful about using the eucalyptus here. But it's a big tree, it has a lot of logs on it, and it's going to generate a lot of saplings when when the leaves start going away. All right. So I think we're making good progress. Okay. And we'll go down here and get the rest of it. And I think we're good to go back to the ground. You'd think a flint axe would actually be better than what the game calls a stone axe, which presumably means a non-flint stone axe. Flint would be the most effective type of stone for felling a tree, I would think. But, you know, who am I? I'm just some guy. Oh, there we go. I was looking for one of those. That's a pink Natura seed. That is the cotton plant. Ooh, we have raspberries. Definitely want that. I haven't really explored the island fully, have I? I just realized. Maybe we'll do that before we really get going with mine colonies. Because we do want to know what we're dealing with. I'm just mowing the grass around this area while we wait for that eucalyptus tree to produce a couple more saplings. Grabbing all these seeds. What was that? That is an ender lily. I didn't even know these were in here. What's that from? Extra utilities? I forgot about that. Is that the one where you grow the little ender pearl producing plant? I didn't even realize that they sprouted from grass like that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's grab a few of these here, and I think that's probably good enough. Yeah, 6 saplings is more than enough. Replant the, well, I'll just do it up here so it's right on the top. Okay, let's move back towards our house. By the way, most mods that have growing mechanics allow you to get seeds from the grass like this, but interestingly enough, one oldie but goodie mod that I'm really excited to be using again, Growthcraft, which is probably the primary reason I'm playing 1.11 rather than 1.12. Although there are several mods like that that only had 1.11 ports and not 1.12 ports yet. Growthcraft, you get your seeds from vines, which is why it was so important for me to cheat in that vine at the beginning last episode. Okay, so here we are, and, you know, just flowers and stuff. We have these beehives. Do these beehives produce flowers, or do they just spawn with flowers nearby? I don't know how that works. Got these blueberry bushes. I'm going to grab these. I'll leave one there, because it'll keep growing. And we have gravel right here in the middle of the island. And a lot more blue. Ooh, that's right next to a beehive, though. Gotta watch out for those bees. I'm gonna leave all of that. Some barley there naturally growing. Our spruce trees have grown, and yeah, that's pretty good exploration of that field. I really like this island, guys. I think this island is perfect for what we're trying to do, which is build a mine colonies town on a modded survival island. I think this is the perfect size for it. You know, and it's very natural. And look, I love this topography view. Look at that. That's so cool. You get, like, elevation maps and stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay. So I'm going to plant these bushes right next to my house. Save the rest of them for other situations. Okay, put that in there. Put all that in there. Okay, so that was just kind of the long way of doing something that I was trying to get done here. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab 2 of these, and we're going to go ahead and do this like that, and then put the chest, and then we get this warehouse, okay? So that was 8 Natura woods and then a vanilla chest. We get the warehouse. I'll just keep using this. If we do the same thing with the chest, but we use the door, we're going to get this builder's hut. Then, if I do the same thing, but we use an axe, I'll just use my almost broken axe. Ooh, I think we need a wooden axe. Yeah, wooden axe. And actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I put the wooden axe in there, I get this sawmill, which is also very important for the beginning of the mine colonies mod. Finally, we're going to make 3 citizens hut blocks. Actually, I really should make a 4th one. Like so. With the torch in the middle. So again, to reiterate, it is the torch for the citizens house, axe, wooden axe. Builder's hut was the door, and it can be any type of door, by the way. And warehouse was the chest. those are going to be our starting buildings, and we'll start with those tomorrow once the sun sets here and we have a new day. And the supply chest is the equivalent of a few boats. I'm going to put this in here, and I guess I'll just go down there with it. Okay, I'll put the eucalyptus plank there. I guess I might as well start Tinkers, start doing the next phase of Tinkers. So, yeah, I can do that. I probably want some glass. Do I have glass? Yes. Okay. So, Tinker's Construct. Once you get a bunch of this seared brick, which is cooked grout, go to a crafting station, and then you'll need to create a few items. Now, the generic block looks like this, and you'll need a few of these. But I'm going to try to do this the absolute minimum amount that I can to make what I need. So I'm going to do a furnace shape, and we're going to get the controller. I'm going to get this shape here, and this is the smeltery drain. We need a funnel or faucet. We need one of these guys, which is the casting table. Also, probably a good idea to have a casting basin as well. And then, let's see what else. Probably just a few of these. Oh, and we need a tank. Okay, the tank is, I think if I remember correctly, it's this thing. Yes. Okay. So that's what we need. We're also going to need some lava, by the way, but I believe, actually, I've just created the minimum amount that I need to make this happen. I'm just going to put it, I'm going to start out by building a prototype right about here. I'm going to do a 1x1 to start out with. You can do up to 3x3, but I'm going to start really conservative. And we're going to do the smeltery drain on this side. Actually, I'm going to go up a little. Now you can make see-through blocks as well. Okay, sorry. I gotta sleep before I get attacked. And I'm gonna grab just a tiny amount of this cobblestone. And I'm gonna grab 5 iron. Get that cooking. Actually, I might as well cook the whole stack at this point. Okay, so we're gonna cook that iron up. While that's cooking, let me just sleep real quick, and then we'll finish building the Tinker's Construct. We'll start with the mine colony stuff. Very excited to move on to these projects. Okay, so while that's cooking, let's come back out here. So I've got the drain. I'll have to replace that. I might want to create a second drain, to be honest, and a second faucet. So even though it's going to be a 1x2, I just expanded my ambitions a little bit here. But I'm going to create another one of those and one of these guys again. And, you know, I guess I could show you this. Not that it matters. Create a couple of these. These take a little bit more glass, so it's, you know, whatever. You can decide if that's worthwhile to you. Okay, so we're gonna place the tank now. Let's place the tank right on this side, and let's just do a seared brick there. And then we're actually, you know what? I think this one has to be. We'll make this one the controller. There it is. Okay. I think that'll work. Okay. Maybe not. I think I placed it in the wrong direction. It's also possible that I've simply done this wrong. Oh. Nope, that's functional. The yeah, see, there you go. Okay, so this is functional, and now what we're going to do is we're simply going to add a second layer to it, going upwards. And watch this carefully because this is a little tricky. I'm going to place the casting table, or I guess that's the basin right there. We're going to place the casting table here, okay? Right in front of this tank. We're going to need access to this tank from the sides to keep that open. But then we're going to, and I know that a lot of you have done this before. I'm going to place both of these glass ones above like that. Probably could have gone with the 2x2 to begin with. Actually, I need to harvest that one. Okay, so the smeltery drain needs to be placed like this, with the hole facing outwards and the big hole facing inwards. Same with this one. So this one is a little tricky. Because I need this big hole to be facing inwards. And Pig, you need to not be in here. So I think if I... almost. Tell you what, Pig, if you stay in there, you're going to get a little bit injured. Okay, there we go. I think that is valid. Okay, so now these two little holes are facing this direction, so we're going to put the faucets on those. And then, I guess, let's just do this. See how tall I can make it. Theoretically, I could replace any number of these regular seared bricks with a another tank or so. But that gives us 1, 2, and 3 by 1 by 3 now. And I'm trying to show you, so you can see down there. It's 3, 1, 2, and 3 down at the bottom, tall. Okay, so we can start to use this soon, but unfortunately we need fuel for it, and that's going to be a little bit trickier to get. I'm going to grab this iron. The reason I did the iron, a couple of reasons. The main reason is we need to get a bucket. And I was also going to think about doing a hopper. Put these in here as well. Okay, so let's do the hopper first. Hopper, of course, is standard, and this mod adds a bunch of stuff, so there's probably better hopper systems you can start to think about, but I'm just going to do a conventional hopper, and I'll just do all 3 as buckets, and we'll just do it manually like this. I'm going to place this hopper right here. That way, anything that I would like to put in this, I can just put in the hopper. And as you can see, it starts to populate there, but it's cold. It's not melting. Not enough heat to melt this item. So, in order to get the heat, we need fuel. And so we're going to have to get some lava. And we're going to get the lava, and we're going to get that, hopefully this episode, but not quite yet. We're going to start out by doing our mine colonies. Now, if I were a ship, and I came across this island, where would I land? There's a couple of options, really. And I guess one option would be here. Let me switch to this today. Another option would be here. Keep in mind these sky islands aren't in the ocean, so like a ship could come in. Could a ship come in here or here? I mean, I suppose. Let me check that out. I'm sorry. So if that's the case, then we have to assess whether a ship could come into this little bay. I mean, realistically, I don't think so. It would be a pretty tight squeeze for a sailing ship to go into there. What about if we went over here to this side? Could a ship come into not this little channel, but this area here? And I think maybe it could. I think a ship could fit in there. So should we do this one?
and I can't quite remember what direction this goes. Get your, let's just go for it. Get your little ship icon out, and find a little area next to the coast, and place it. Sweet, it's even facing the right direction. Okay, look at the map, that's great. See, it just came into the bay. Now, how it's gonna get out, you got me. I guess I might have overestimated the amount of space we had there for the ship, but hey, it looks kind of cool on the map, so that's all I really care about. Let me go take a closer look from the other side. I just want to make sure it looks like not ridiculous. So I'm gonna go from the front and the other side. Yeah, that looks fairly reasonable, I guess. And I guess I could just back out. But it's fine. This is our little bay. And, you know, I was kind of thinking, what's a good comparison for this town? Like, what in real life did, you know, who had a little colony all from a little ship like this? And I think there are several answers, but, you know, a lot of those Caribbean port towns kind of remind me of that. So, you know, like Port Royal from Pirates of the Caribbean, for example. Look at that water, and it's such a cool reflection. It's almost like the ladder keeps going down. I'm building a walkway from the ship plank out to our area here. Okay, now what you want to do is when you place this down, first of all, you could go in here and cannibalize the ship or take whatever you needed, but we're not going to do that. There are crew quarters here for up to, and we do have some glowstone there actually, that's cool. 7, so 5 plus 2, 7, and a couple of chests. All these dispensers, which are the cannons of the ship. It is a 1-story ship, unfortunately, and then we have this captain's quarters with books and extra storage space. Pretty cool, and you can go up to the crow's nest on either of the sails. And get a good look at your area, so let's do that. Let's go on all the way up to the top here, and we can get a nice look out at this little house, and then what's going to be our town and our forest. There's a eucalyptus tree in that forest. Is that a birch tree? We do have birch tree and oak as well, and then the sakura tree as well from Natura, and I believe I saw a maple in there or something earlier as well. We got to decide where the town hall is going to be, and I think maybe in this area would be good. Right in the middle of our island, essentially. And we can go up here as well. I think town hall maybe on this little hill would be good. Or over here. Keep in mind our colonists have to come out of the ship and go to the area, so we're gonna be losing light here, so I might want to do this next in-game day. I guess there's even a lookout post at the front sail. I can't remember what the sails are called. There's a mainmast, foremast, and mizzenmast. Okay, so that is probably the foremast, mainmast, mizzenmast. But we're going to take a quick rest. And we're going to try to start our mine colony. So what happens in mine colonies is you will need to go ahead and open this chest that spawned when we created the ship. So, you know, obviously the story is the ship sailed in. Getting some more zombie groans. And I really need to dig down here and see what's under this. So I really feel like there's something down there. But open this chest and you get these two. You get the town hall and you get the building tool. Building tool, very important. Okay. A lot of people, I've seen playthroughs of this, they don't use the building tool. You definitely want to use the building tool. Just have what you need in terms of buildings in your inventory. So we have a town hall, a warehouse, 4 citizen houses, a sawmill, and a builder in our inventory. So I think I'm going to go with my original gut instinct and put the town hall right over here.
And actually, maybe right on the bay would be kind of cool. So right-click somewhere in the general vicinity where you think you might want a building. And this one, it says Lumberjack. If you just click that, you can cycle through all the ones you have in your inventory. So we're going to do Town Hall. Now, it is going to give me this outline, and it's particularly white with the shaders on, but usually it's a little bit more normal colored. You can see what it's going to look like in the ghost hue here. And so, you know, you want to provide plenty of space for these buildings. I'm just going to move it over a few and back a few and see how that looks. And, you know, you're going to want to make sure that it's the right height. So I'm going to move it down one. And cool, that looks pretty cool. And we'll have enough space out front to build a walkway. And it's going to do some terraforming for us on this, but I think this is going to be fine. I think I'm going to go with this. I really do like it right on the bay. And if we want to build like bay-related buildings, we can do that along the sides of the bay. I mean, we can put a dock here if we want. I mean, frankly, we're probably going to put a dock here. So I'm going to go with this. And what that does is it creates this building now, and it says found a colony, and we founded it. And, okay, so you want to look for where that dirt pops out, because that's important. If you're building into the side of a cliff like this, look for where that dirt pops out, and just dig a few in like this, and you're going to eventually come across something. Here it is. And this is the building that... This is the block that the building is based on. It's like the heart of the building, if you want to think of it that way. And we're going to click Build Building, okay? So that is going to build this building, and frankly, that's all you have to do to get this started. I could fix this up a little bit, but I'm not going to because our builder is going to do that for us. He's going to level this whole area for us once we get him or her up and running. Next, and let's go ahead and build a builder's hut. And I think I'm going to build it right next to the town hall, to be honest with you, because I want it to be very central. We might build a second builder as well, but let's start with this one. And I think, actually, you know, the builder is somewhat less important than where I place the warehouse. And I want the warehouse to be central because the warehouse is where we put all of our extra stuff. And that's very important. So let me try this. Let me see what we can do with the warehouse. Okay, so that's the town hall. And I think I'm going to rotate that. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. But now we have this big front yard here. And we need to move this back and to the right. So let's... Okay, how does that look? So if the town hall's there, our warehouse can be here. Maybe back a couple. And let me see how this looks over here. And you got to be careful because this white outline kind of hides... Ooh. Those bees are tricky. Kind of hides the natural terrain. There's a pond here. We got to be careful about this. I might fill that pond in, or I might not. If I don't, I want to preserve it, so maybe I should move this over this way a little bit. And maybe I should move it down one. Let me take a look and see how that looks. Yeah, I think I'm going to like that better. And I think I need to move it over. And then I could just make this pond kind of part of the landscape eventually. Yeah, I think I agree. I think that'll be fine. So it looks good on that side. You know, this is why we use the builder tool. If you just plop this down, you'd get what you get. But we're using the builder's tool because it allows you more customization. There's going to be the front door here, back doors on the other side. Let's confirm that. I'm not going to click the build button though. We're going to have to do that in a minute. So that's the warehouse. We are going to need a delivery man or delivery person, and they might go here. We want to keep them pretty close to the warehouse and also very central. And so if we put the delivery person there, the builder can go right about here. All right. builder is a little bit smaller of a building. And we can always move these later. The builder is one that you can easily move later. There, that's better. You do want to place these in a manner that minimizes the terraforming required. So I think I'm going to go with this for our builder. So let's confirm that. And this one I am going to click on build. Okay, there, and our builder actually just showed up. He came from the ship. He was probably hanging out at the town hall, or possibly on the ship, or just in the middle of nowhere. These citizens spawn. You'll spawn with 4, and if you want to check on them, you can go to your town hall, which our town hall block is, where do we leave that? It's down here, I think, yeah. You can click on citizens. We just have the one guy so far, so he's the only one who's spawned so far. He came from the ship, and he would have walked over here, and then when we built the builder's hut, he would have very quickly realized that he needed to start building. So we've got 2 work orders. We've got the town hall, which we push build on, and we got this one. Without a builder's hut constructed, he can only use wooden tools. So we're going to build him a set of wooden tools real quick. And let's just use these eucalyptus sticks, and we're going to need an axe, a shovel, and we'll do a pickaxe as well. He's probably going to need more than 1 shovel, to be honest. Now you can either right-click on him directly and give it to him. He already has a couple things in his inventory. He already started mowing the grass, which you can do with bare hands, but or you can put it in the builder hut inventory, which is what I'm going to do as a general practice. So I gave him those 3 tools. He's going to take that shovel immediately. Yeah. Okay. And with that, I'm going to place a couple torches for ambiance. And then we're going to start placing our other buildings. Now that he's started to build, let me show you what he's doing. He, and I know some of you know this already, but he is using his shovel there. You know what, let me grab some more wood here. I'll finish harvesting this tree later, because he's going to need another shovel, I have the feeling, because these wooden shovels don't last long. But he is terraforming this area from the side, and he's just digging it out, and that's pretty cool. Eventually he'll start building. But I'm going to build four more wooden shovels. And he'll use these up, trust me, over time. And I'm going to put them in the builder's hut inventory. And so right now his build priority is let's build the town hall, and then we're going to build the builder's hut. Arguably, and almost certainly it's the case, you should build the builder's hut first if you're going for optimal efficiency, but you know, we're kind of just we're not going for super fast building speeds. We're going for a realistic, you know, feeling for what we're doing here. So let's grab some of this spruce wood and replant. Okay. And let's take a look at what he's doing. The sun is setting. I might want to... Okay, so our second citizen has spawned. What happens is they come off the ship, I think, and then they come over to the town hall, and then they are set to kind of wander around. So the town hall block being down there, I think they just kind of come in the vicinity, and then they start to wander like a villager almost, like from a vanilla village. By the way, I do plan to integrate vanilla villagers into our Mine Colonies town, and that's pretty easy to do. You just have to do the old golden apple potion, splash potion of weakness routine, get a vanilla villager on the island, and you know, get them their conditions necessary for breeding. Okay, so I'm just mowing a little bit here while we're waiting for the saplings. I don't know why I do this. I guess it's just kind of, the more we mow the area, the more I feel like it's built up and kind of settled in, and like people are living there. And if I don't mow, I feel like it's more wild. So I feel like we're kind of adding to the civilization value, or to the the feeling that we're actually a colony by mowing this field. I'm gonna try to leave the flowers though. We're gonna want those for various reasons. Okay, so he's gonna they work until night, and this other guy, and at nighttime they just go to the town hall and stand there until morning, unless they have a bed or a house to go to, which they don't yet. And so we're going to go to sleep real quick, and then I'm going to grab a bunch of material that this guy's going to start needing, and we're going to give it to him. This is one of the more important episodes because it basically establishes the pattern that we're going to be engaged in. So let me... Sorry, I'm sending one quick text message. My phone is being dumb. That's okay. Okay. Okay, so sorry about that. And we're going to grab a stack of oak. Gotta face the right angle to see it. I ended up grabbing 2. That is very common. Oops. Okay. How much do I... Okay. There we go. Putting all that away, and then let's use this, and we're going to take... I'll do half a stack into planks. I'll do 1 stack of planks into stairs. And then I'm going to need this cobble. I'm going to grab all of my cobble, actually. I'm going to do 1 stack of it and make a few stairs as well. And actually, I don't need all of it. I'll just put 1 of the stacks away. But I do believe you need about 8 cobble stairs. There, that's fine. Okay. And then let me grab another stack. Some more of that. Okay. And then I'm going to make like a bunch of planks, or slabs rather. Okay, and then the doors, I think that's a good start, and then some torches. Okay. So what you want to do, Mr. Pig, you need to... Oh, these pigs are annoying. I'm going to have to corral them. And I might grab some more of these spruce saplings if they've spawned by now. Tell you one thing, with these shaders, you're never going to have any question as to when nightfall occurs. Okay, so this guy's going to continue building, and then we're going to give him a bunch of materials that he is going to start requesting. Now, when he gets to the point of requesting it, we'll just wait until he gets to that point. There's not a whole lot to see here, so I'm going to go off and see if there's any really quick sources of lava I can find. And I know that there was a big cave over here, and so I might take a look. Yeah, this is the sakura wood. We got 2 sakuras, some birch. I might start growing the birch. Might not, we'll see. But I remember there being a cave over by our spawn, so... Let me just hop down here. And if we find lava, that's great. I hope I don't have to go all the way to the lava layer. 13 or whatever it is. And I apologize in advance if you can't see this very well. Well, nothing apparent on the surface, obviously. This does seem to go down a little ways. Oh, nice. Well, what a lovely little cave system. We got some more iron. We got this immersive engineering copper. I'll take that. I like that it's green. You know, in real life, copper should not be red. It should be green. Because it's only red if it's not oxidized. Grain is oxidized, and these would be oxidized. or even if it's not oxidized, if it's like not exposed to air, it would be blue because it's not pure, and there's this substance called azurite that copper ore comes from, as well as malachite. But the azurite is the non-oxidized version of it, and so I like the fact that this mod makes the makes the copper green. And then we've got bauxite, which is aluminum. Boy, I don't remember there being aluminum ore in any of the other mods. I guess we'll just have to see if it's around. Let's just dig down a little ways. And again, I realize you probably can't see very well. I guess I could just dig down to 13 and see what I find. But I really do need some lava to get tankers going, so I think we should do it. Got my F3 pulled up to see what level I'm at. Is this more iron? I will take it. I am absolutely crazy for the iron right now. I just need it. I need it for things. I need it for tools. I'm going to need it for... Ooh, yeah, we're getting some lava type sounds here. Get this mechanism salt out of the way, but I kind of, on the map, you know, I kind of see this thing, so I'm going to kind of head for that. I guess I'll keep heading down as well. Alright, so we're almost there. And I might have gone too far down, to be honest. Because I feel like it's a... whatchamacallit, a ravine. Oh, there's aluminum. Did I get that? I don't think... Yeah, I couldn't pick it up because I'm too encumbered. I'll get rid of the... whatchamacallits, the igneous rocks. Actually, I'm going to need to get rid of more than that, aren't I? I don't even know what this salt is. Oh, this is salt from Growthcraft. So that's a different... That's not even mechanism salt. I really should just get rid of... I should get rid of that. How are we doing on height? We're at 22? Okay, we're getting there. There's gold. I can't mine that yet. Is that, why is that? Is that a lighting glitch or what? Or that's flowing water, okay. Oh no, it's not. It's just darkness that was acting like a liquid. Or is there water? I can't even tell. Yeah, it is. Looks to be water. Or is it oil? Here. Let me just briefly turn the shaders off. Oh boy, that game did not like that. Probably necessary to, from time to time, turn the shaders off, but my game did not like that. It has to think really hard. And it's okay, like this is part of the process of switching to and from shaders, but yeah, you want to keep that in mind. Boy, it is taking its time. I guess it has to like reload everything, you know. I'll just try to avoid that on camera in the future. Okay, we're good. We good? Yeah, so that appears to be maybe oil. And we froze. Why did we freeze? Did we crash? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. We appear to have maybe crashed. Which is something I haven't done on Minecraft in quite a long time. I suspect it's just the rough transition of no shaders to shaders to no shaders. But it looks we definitely frozen. Hey, there's some gold there. But I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if we're gonna get out of this. Let me just leave it for a second. I need to run to the kitchen anyway, so I'll be back in like 30 or 40 seconds, and hopefully it's unfrozen. If not, we'll just restart.
Who's gonna pay for the wall?
Okay, it looks like we're still frozen here, so I'm going to go ahead and restart Minecraft. And we're going to relaunch. So it told me the game crashed while tessellating a block model, whatever that means. Alright, so with that, we'll just wait for it to reload. As you can see, you can kind of read through the mods as it loads, so, you know, the joys of being live, right? I might do the rest of the episode without shaders on just to avoid this sort of thing. But I'll have them back on for most of the gameplay. That oil threw me off down underground. But I'll have to avoid switching to and from shaders. Oh, look at all that memory being used. Avoid switching shader options during gameplay. Okay. So theoretically we've loaded. Just about. Okay, there we go. And then we'll load up the save game. Alright. Hopefully this loads correctly. Okay. So I think we're good. I do not understand what the hell is going on with this oil. It appears to be coming downwards from here, but then you'd think it would be down here. I think this is a glitch. Whatever. Is this oil? Are we in oil? Does the game think we're in oil, but we're not? I don't understand. I think we're in oil, but the game doesn't register it as such. I might want to just avoid this area. What is that? That is silver. Ooh, neat. So maybe I'll go around it. So what I'll do is let me go this way. Okay, so let's head back down this way. Interesting having no shaders. Certainly simplifies things a little, and it's very clear and clean, but the shaders are so beautiful. And that's 10, okay. Okay, so I actually want to go here. This is level 13. This should get me what I need. I need some more flint. Well, the reality is I need more. I'm gonna need a crafting table and a new pickaxe. That's what I really need. So I'm just gonna make a vanilla pickaxe. And this thing is gonna break, so I don't think it matters if it breaks per se. Ooh, we got water. So I think maybe the right move is to... Oh, I need that bread. I really should have dropped off my ore. Tell you what, let's make some torches. I'll get rid of this stone hoe, I don't need that. Okay. I think I'm satisfied with that. Okay. So I think what I need to do is I need to find a better elevation here. I think I might have been better off when I was a little bit higher. Let me try this elevation. I'm close. I know I'm close to the lava. This salt is really annoying because it takes forever to mine through. Yeah, this, you know, I tell you one thing about the flint. It does mine faster. That is noticeably the case. I installed the Tinker's leveling mod, which is a tweak to the Tinker's construct to allow your tools to level up. It's like Iguana tweaks, but they don't have Iguana tweaks for Tinkers in 1.11 yet, if at all. So we have to use this kind of workaround. I don't think it's as good as Iguana tweaks was. Okay, I'm hearing that lava. That's good. All right. Well, hopefully we're getting close. 15, I'm gonna just go to 13 again, see if that works this time. Kind of digging around the ores that we want to save for later. There's a lot of gold down here, which is cool. But I believe 13 is the lava layer, so let's try this. We have run into a few ores that I wasn't expecting, like lead. I'm used to seeing lead from Thermal Foundation. We don't have any of the thermal mods in this, so I'm seeing the lead from other mods, and it's pretty cool. I know you can't really see anything. And we're going to need another pickaxe. Great. Okay. Alright. Okay. And we'll continue, and I'm just going to keep digging and digging, and I'm having trouble finding what I'm looking for. I wonder if I'm just too low. Or maybe I'm too high. I mean, there's something over here. Let me try this way. Okay, finally I've broken through. There we go. Okay, so I gotta figure out how to get down there. Let me try. I think it's more efficient to go this way. And when we have diamond. Well, that's really cool. We came out right where there's diamond. If I had an iron pickaxe, I'd go for it, but I don't, so let's do what we came here to do. I'm going to get rid of the stone pickaxe. I don't need it anymore. Get rid of those. Get rid of that stack. I'll try to keep as much as I can. Get rid of those. And we need 3 buckets of lava, so 1, 2, and 3. That'll fill back in. We'll get more at another time. And we have a nice chasm here, a nice ravine. I wish there was a little bit more efficient way to access it. We might have to find one later, but for now, that appears to be silicone from Galacticraft. Yeah, I'm very pleased, and I definitely want to come explore this in more detail, but for now we're going to have to head back up. And I don't recall which direction. I think it's this way. Alright, so kind of a long journey to get there, but we finally found it. And probably should indicate to myself it's not this way. Well, okay, so let's head back up. That took a lot longer than I anticipated. In the meantime, while we were down there, we ended up getting some messages from our builder who says, I need X, Y, and Z to proceed. You'll see this. I need a shovel. Yeah, he just needs a shovel. So even though I made 5 wood shovels, he still needs another one. Okay, let's see if we can get back without dying and not good. Oh, jeez. That was weird. I just went right into him. Oh, chicken eggs. Looks like we dug almost all the way through the night. I might as well just wait until morning. I want to get these chicken eggs, though, because I'd like to start producing chickens. I'll just get rid of that and start getting these eggs. Okay. Alright. So with the sun coming up, we are going to... Ooh, Mr. Skeleton. Alright. Yeah, so he still needs a shovel. And again, maximum quality of wood because of the builder's hut being level 0, if you want to think of it, not built yet. So let's grab our... I want to get these bones. Care less about the arrows. Okay. So I'm gonna make 4 of those. I'm just gonna temporarily get rid of some things. Oops. Okay, and then I'll put these in the inventory of the builder. Okay, and that'll keep him going for a while. I'll get my stuff back. And while he's continuing to terraform, let me finish this Tinker's Construct stuff, because I now have the ability to do so with my lava buckets. Okay, so with the lava bucket, what you want to do is you want to go over here and you want to pour it into the Tinker's Construct tank. This will hold up to 4 buckets worth, but I only had enough iron for 3 buckets, and probably better off that way anyway, given my inventory limitations. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And as you can see, actually it doesn't have the total amount on that particular block, but if you go over here, you can see that I've got 2 buckets and 900 millibuckets, so 2.9 buckets worth of lava. And it's melting this cobblestone right now. It used to have that blue symbol, now it's a red symbol. That means it's melting. And we're starting with cobblestone, even though we really should put iron in there. The cobblestone will allow us to expand this thing, so that's why we're going with so much cobblestone. I will put the iron and the copper and the aluminum and the copper. I put all my ores in there, but the reality is we're going to be focused like a laser. Actually, you know what? I need to not put my ores in there because I might waste some if I leave those in there. So I'm going to take the ores out, but normally that's how we would melt ore. I'm going to put my ore in here for now because I don't want to waste it. And if we put it in there, there's potential that we might waste it. Okay, well, boy, it sure helps to see this without the shaders. So I do want to keep the things that I grabbed earlier, but let me start putting igneous blocks here. Alright. And I do need to repair that pickaxe, so I guess I should probably grab a flint. And that is the only one that's broken. Okay, so this here. Okay, so I think we're back in business with that. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to place the... I'm going to plant this tree real quick so I have that inventory slot. We'll leave all the other trees for now. So we're kind of growing our own little forest here, aren't we? I really like how this tree looks, by the way, with those vines. I might not ever harvest that tree, or if I do, it'll be minimal. I'm just getting a few more vines now. Now, here's the thing, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, but if we kill the vine... Actually, I think I might need to use a hoe. If I use... Eventually, I'm going to get... Well, I thought I was going to get either grapes or hops or something. I may need to review that on the GrowthCraft mod, but I'm going to keep spreading these vines. I might need to use an actual hoe rather than the mattock to get those. I don't quite remember all the details on this.
So that is still very much under construction. He is going to have to start harvesting stone soon. But it's coming along. And then our 2 other immigrants have shown up. So we have 4 people now. And, you know, I'm sorry to say, but they're all male, looks like. Well, yeah, because I think he's a male too. So all 4 of them are male. Usually they're split pretty evenly, but in this case, I guess they're all male. I'm going to start a vine going over on this forest. This one. So that should help grow vines throughout the forest, and I think we'll never have any shortage of vines on this island. Alright, Jerome. Get rid of that. Okay, actually, we might be okay here, because I think this might be the... Nah, he's gonna have to dig a little bit farther down, I think. And that's unfortunate, because that's going to take a while. You know what we could do? I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this. We're going to pause this building. So I just went to cancel build. Now, you can always push build and resume. But that is going to toggle his one and only remaining work order. You can see here, work orders. Actually, there's none. Because I don't think I ever pushed building up here, did we? So I'm going to do building on this builder's hut. And that's going to trigger him to build this instead of the town hall now. Don't worry, we will get some females. It's quite the sausage fest for now, but we'll get some females. Just replanting this out of the way of our hard workers. Alright, there is hunger. Rid of some of this here. Oh, I was going to show you. So once he gets going here... What was that? Oh, it was the construction tape. You can break those freely. They'll regenerate. Okay, so I'm just going to go in this area. But what I was going to show you is that if you right-click on this guy, you'll see what he's gathered. So he's gathered a whole bunch of dirt and seeds and sand even. And we can go store that. He would store that in his builder's inventory. By the way, he's building the builder's thing over here. Don't fool yourself. He's building this from over there. So, and what happens is it goes systematically. And then he mows that, and then it goes back to that. So he's building a flat surface here. And how are we doing on... We do have 1 wooden shovel remaining. I think that's going to be fine. And then what I'm going to do... I'm going to give him a massive stone shovels. Because once he builds his thing, he'll be good to go with stone shovels. Now, I also recognize that... Just take my word for it. We're going to need to put some things together for that builder's hut now. So I'm gonna just putting some things away here. Okay, so he needs 11 cobblestone. So we were anticipating that. So okay, so I'm just gonna give him 20 cobblestone. Put this away real quick. And then I can tell you right now from experience, we're gonna need a whole bunch of ooh, what was that? Oh, I had plenty, okay. We're gonna need a whole bunch of fence gates or fences or whatever, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this. To make oak fences, you're going to need a lot of materials, but I'm going to do that so we get 3 times 64. And you're going to need all of those, believe me, over time. Do I need more oak slabs? Let me make some more oak slabs.
And got some stairs. And I'll make some oak planks. Okay, so that should be fine. It's almost nighttime, but I'm going to go ahead and put these... Actually, I'm going to wait until night. Let's check on this. So we have what the game says is 7 seared blocks and 2 ingots worth of melted cobblestone. Now what we can do... You know what? I need to... I always kind of struggle through this, but what we need to do... I'm going to make 8 of these into ingots. Because I need an ingot to proceed with Tinker's Construct. We'll go ahead and sleep through the night, and then we'll resume with mine colonies. It's a little bit longer of a stream than I anticipated, by the way, but I think it's a lot. I'm having a lot of fun, so I hope you are too. Okay, so our guys are over here. We're building our colony. We are settling, and we're building our town hall and our builder's hut. And our guy says he needs 11 cobblestone. Now he's going to be digging up some of his own cobblestone soon, and that'll be used for sure. But for now, let's give it to him here. Okay? So once he gets that, he comes back out to his location. I don't know why they build so far away. That's a weird thing with the programming of this mod, that they go like 20 blocks to the certain direction and find a place they can stand, and they build from there. I guess it kind of makes sense, but you'd think they'd be a little bit more up close to it, but I guess they don't want to get in the way. Okay. So as you can see, he put the cobblestone down, and now he's going to come back here and he's going to say, I need something else. And we just have to keep supplying him with what he needs. But as you can see, he made this perfectly level area for this build. And because we planned it with the building tool, he needs 13 oak wood planks. Okay, so we're just going to give him all of our planks. Because we planned it out so well with the building tool, it fits right into the landscape. Sometimes you get these like square overhangs and awkward like impressions into the ground like that. In this case, we planned it out pretty well. And by the way, you do want to leave room between buildings. Like this is probably insufficient, to be quite honest. But we might move the builder's hut later anyway, so I'm okay with it. But to be quite honest, this is not perfect planning because you want to have at least a few blocks in between your different buildings, because I think some of them expand. I know the town hall expands. Okay, 42 oak fence. So that's what we anticipated. So let's give him the oak fence. Alright. So I'm just giving him all the oak fences we have. I'm also, you get the idea. So I'm going to give him the slabs and the stairs that he's going to need eventually as well. Alright. So that is that. And he's going to continue building. And so he's just, again, systematically grid. In terms of a grid, he's just going one by one. Now he's going to come back here because he needs something else. I don't know what he needs, but hopefully we have it. Alright, so he's going to come up here and grab from this thing. Hopefully we have what he needs, but if we don't, we'll go make it. I don't know what he grabbed there. Looks like he might have grabbed planks, or who knows. Oh, nope, he grabbed these logs. Wow. I almost got built upon. So, you know, some of what he's building look like little supply piles of various materials. You gotta be careful walking around in the area where he's building. But, you know, everything's coming along nicely. And he's building these little posts now. Here, I'll show you from above. There we go. Okay, so you can see his progress from above here, and he's starting up here now, and he looks like he needs some of those slabs now, so he's going to go grab the slabs from the inventory. Okay, and he's doing a nice, thorough job here. Making a little, you know, pavilion kind of looking thing. He's going to need torches, too. That's the one thing I forgot to give him. Give him all 17 of my torches. So there's like a little entrance here. Little entrance here. And a little entrance here. And he's coming up, I think, probably to get those torches, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to right-click on him because I think I might need to borrow a few of these. And a few of these. Okay, so I borrowed some sticks and stones. And we're going to make these into sticks. And make a few shovels. Okay, so he finished that. So by putting those torches up, he basically finished that build. We didn't see it, but that's what he did. So now that that's done, I'm going to put 4 stone shovels in his inventory. I guess what I should also do I have... No. I'm going to borrow 3... maybe even 6 cobble... Well, I'll have to start with 3 cobblestone from him. And we're going to go ahead and resume this building by clicking Build Building. And we're going to... And I'm flying around. I'm kind of cheating now, but... I'm going to build a... I'm not, you know, abusing any resources or anything. Build a stone pickaxe and put this in here, because he's going to need that as well. Okay, so let's watch him do this one. So again, he's just shoveling through now. He still has a few wooden shovels, so he's going to continue to use some of those on the sand and the dirt. So that one broke. So I don't know if he has another one on him or if he has to go get one, but either way, he'll be in good shape. So that's just going to construct as we go here. Alright, so while that's going, let's resume Tinker's Construct. Okay, I'm going to go back to Survival. And we need to get an ingot. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to grab one of these ingots, and then we need something called aluminum, brass, or gold. And we don't have the... Well, we could make a vanilla pickaxe and go get some gold, I guess. So that'd be option 1. And I'm okay with that. Or we can do option 2, which might involve a little bit of aluminum or bauxite and then copper. I think that's all we need. So let me try that. So as you can see, we still have 850 millibuckets, and this thing, it says it's full. So what we need to actually do, I need to grab that out of there, and I need to, if you have this liquid selected, you can right click on that, and you can drain some of it out. Now this will create a block once it dries. There we go. So that's a seared stone. Kind of a cool block, actually. Very decorative. Doesn't have any function in Tinker's Construct, as far as I know. But that's what it looks like. Kind of looks like bedrock, except for dark, or, you know, more consistently dark. So now we have a little bit of room in there, but I'm going to make a couple more so I can just clear a little room because we're going to need it. You got to be careful because we've used 2/3 of our lava. But we really need to do this. So what we're going to do is put the bauxite and aluminum in here, and then the copper. And that's going to create aluminum here. And I'm just going to keep making room for it by getting rid of these. Alright, and then a little bit more. Again, you got to make sure you're selecting the right liquid. What you can do is you can push this down to the bottom, and then it'll pour that out. 800, so we're doing okay. Well, I'm gonna get rid of the aluminum because I've already got a bunch of it in there, and I'm just gonna pour one more of these, and then I should be able to start pouring aluminum, brass. So, come on, okay, aluminum brass is created by combining copper with aluminum, as opposed to zinc or tin. So we get this aluminum brass right there, okay? And this aluminum brass we're going to use over here in conjunction with an ingot. So I'm going to take an ingot, I'm going to right click on that, place it on this casting table, and then again I'm going to make sure the aluminum brass is down at the bottom, and I'm going to right click this. And we're going to create our first ingot mold with the aluminum brass. And it destroys the ingot, I guess, but we now have an ingot mold made out of that aluminum brass. Okay, so I have 7 ingots left. Now, that's not a problem now that we have the mold, because now we can start producing things without wasting it. See that? Now, it's a little slow at this point. We can make this a lot more efficient as we go. And I'm going to go back to the seared stone now, even though there's more of that in there, but I'm just showing you how to do this. So the seared stone now comes out in seared bricks, which is exactly what you get when you cook up the grout that we were talking about earlier. So this is a good way to get a larger amount of seared stone or seared brick without using clay and gravel and sand. All right. By the way, on mine colonies, I don't think the zombies can kill your villagers or anything, so just, you know, I'd be cautious, but I don't think they can actually kill them. I could be wrong. Okay. So I'm just basically mass producing these now. And what I want to do ultimately is clean this thing out completely of ore and stone, because we are going to need... I'm going to grab these coppers back out of here. We're going to need to reformulate this, and we don't want to waste anything, so in order to not waste anything, we do have to empty this. And we only have a little bit of lava left. That's enough to melt that stuff, but not much more. You can see that edge really form up as it dries. That's kind of nice. I think they've really done a nice job porting Tinker's Construct to the post 1.8 updates. That 1.7 plateau was really quite remarkable. So let me show you this now. So now we have enough for a block of copper. See, 1 block, 6 ingots. So let me show you that. We can use this basin to create the copper block. And it had 6 ingots, so I can make a few ingots as well. Okay, so that... And I have enough for one more block. That's pretty good. Still drying? Okay, there we go. One more block of copper. I'll grab that ingot. And then once that's gone, it'll just be a few nuggets. Now, there's a way you can get nuggets out of here, but I'm not going to worry about nuggets. Because nuggets are relatively small quantities that I'm just not going to worry about. Okay. 3, and then one more ingot of the aluminum brass. And then that should clean that out, and then it's just the seared. So we have 1 block and 1 ingot. So that's basically the equivalent of 5 ingots, I believe, in terms of seared stone. I could be wrong. Because I believe 1 block of seared stone material is not 9 ingots like it would be for metal, but it's only 4. Because it's bricks. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So that's pretty much our output from that. Now, I'm going to also grab this. And we're going to put all this stuff away, because I'm going to expand that using our seared bricks and probably some glass as well. But, yeah, because I think I want to have a few of these. Probably shouldn't have done all 4 of those, but that's okay. I'm going to make another tank, like that. And then I'm going to make a couple more casting basins, like that. And I'm going to make... need to do that one. And I need to do probably another one of those. And I'm going to have to come back, and we're going to have to do more at some point. But let's... I'm going to go check on our mine colony guy in just a second, but I'm going to start dismantling this, and we're going to move this and build a bigger one. Let me put all my ores away. Save some inventory space here. And my seeds. Okay, that should be fine. Yes. And I don't feel guilty doing this because I've already got 90% of that lava used up, and we just have a little bit left, so I'm okay destroying this. Now, you will lose stuff when you destroy this, so you don't want to do this a lot. But I felt that it was a good way to save on clay and gravel and sand by using that to create seared bricks or whatever instead of using the grout method that we started out with. Okay, so that will destroy that. That tank might actually retain lava. Apparently not. I thought I had a second tank. Yeah, I thought I made a second seared tank. Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, this one has 400. Okay, so it did retain the lava. That's nice. So now I want to make a 3x3 Tinker's Construct. I want to build a bridge here too, by the way. So I think I might try... Should I build it over here? Or should I build it over here? I could build it on the second floor. Let's build it on the second floor, and that way we can build a chimney. Alright. Actually, I don't think I have enough space up here. I'd have to... Well, I can move all this stuff, I suppose. It'd be kind of cool. Let's do it. Alright, so with that all moved, I'm gonna have to... Alright. And then can I... Alright, I think I put that up there. Okay. So that should be pretty good. I'm just trying to make space here. I think if I can still use that pretty functionally. So what you need to think about here we're gonna need to put seared bricks along the side. 2, 3. Yeah, that's pretty tight. I'm gonna have to make the walls the seared bricks, I think. And I think I might want to make the ground level my base. So I'm gonna do this. Alright. So I think that'll work. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm gonna need 9. Yikes, I don't even have enough for the base. Well, I think what we're gonna have to do is supplement what we've done. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we're good. I think I'm gonna make this area the pouring area. Two casting basins and a casting table. Actually, I need to move that over one. I always get this. I always screw this up. Okay, so I need to put that there. Casting basins here. Oh, I have an extra one. We'll have to finish that one later, but and then I think if I do this one here or here, yeah, I'll do this one here. All right. Smeltery controller. Smeltery tank. And then we need smeltery drains here. And probably there as well. So I can use my seared bricks there. Smeltery drain there. And we need to put these up. Actually, I need to really focus here because I am gonna screw this up again. So what I need to do is I need to actually make this... Okay, so these are gonna be aspirational. I'm gonna build my way up to those. But for now, I'm gonna do this. And we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of this. And we're gonna put that there. Okay, so that will drain into there. And then we need... I think I can use the other smeltery drain as a placeholding block temporarily until we get more seared blocks going. So I think I can just kind of do that as a placeholder, and then I think I have enough of these to make a 1 Yes, perfect. Okay. Okay, so this is now a valid multi-block. And, yeah, okay. And it holds 9 now, as opposed to, however many it held last time. Okay, so we got the hopper going in there, so now I just place things in there. Quite a busy upstairs we have going on here. I'm going to go ahead and sleep for the night. We're going to finish this stream here in about 5 or 10 minutes. I just wanted to kick things off by getting our mine colony going and getting our tinkers going. I'm going to go ahead and go down and get some more lava, and then we're going to build up our tinker smeltery to be about 3 high. You can go as high, I think you can go like 5 or 6 high. So we're going to build that up, but for now I'm just going to have to figure out how we're going to do this, but figuring out the roof on this building is going to be a little tricky, but the smeltery will take priority. I'm going to probably move these windows around quite a bit too. So, cool. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that. And I guess I can put these in here, and those will start melting down. And then we can start draining them into our table here. I'm going to have to move that eventually. I'm going to move it up, so it's not going to be an issue later, but for now, that's where it is. And then once these melt, we can start draining those. We'll probably get a few more out of this before we run out of lava. So, but to finish out today's episode, I'm going to go over here and check on our guy. Oh, there's a little guy. Check on our mine colony guy. Now he continues to tell me what he needs, I'm sure. Although he might not have he might have done quite a bit of this work. Yeah, he's still digging. Oh, he's putting dirt in where this stone used to be. Just gonna take a quick peek and see if there's anything notable down there. There's just a little coal ore. There's nothing notable under where he dug. There is a miner that will dig out actual blocks and give them to you, so that's something you want to get up relatively quickly, as well as your forester, your lumberjack, which well, maybe we should finish our episode by placing those things, but I'm going to wait until he starts building in earnest. Okay, what's he doing now? Alright. So I guess he's going to go get something, start building. Yeah, he's going to go start building the foundation, I guess, for the town hall. Does he have enough cobblestone? He should. He just dug out a whole bunch. Now, hopefully he has enough material to work with. Okay, he's building fences there, it looks like. And he's building, okay, he's using those cobblestone stairs that we gave him earlier. So that's nice. Alright. We might need some more oakwood logs. But let's finish building our town up real quick. So where do we want our lumberjack? Well, we definitely want him near this forest. So let's go over here and find a good spot for our lumberjack. How about like right in this area here? That worked out pretty well, but I need to flip this. Oh, without the shaders, it looks so different. Alright, so there's that. Yeah, that's just not quite good enough. Maybe over here a little and down one. That should be fine. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Let's go with that. So I'll click Build Building. Oops, so I'll confirm that. Then we'll click Build Building. So that'll make lumberjack next on the priority list. The warehouse is certainly on the list as well. 111 oak wood. Jesus. Okay. So I'm going to go give him the oak wood that he's going to need to finish that town hall. And I'm going to build another builder. I think I'd like another builder's hut to speed along initial production of our town. So I'm going to get another builder's hut going as well. Okay. So I got 3 stacks of that. I'm going to give most of that to our guy. But I also need to... Okay, I need to do that. And that. Okay. And so we got a second builder's hut. And let's go give him those oak wood logs. Alright, so drop these off. And I don't know where I'm going to build the other builder's hut. Maybe way over here. I mean, the delivery person's going to be up there. Yeah, I think maybe right in here would be good. Alright, so let me move this over where it needs to go. Again, highly recommend using that builder's tool. Okay, so let's get that confirmed, and I'll click build building, and that is going to, I believe, assign a new person to work on this builder's hut without even having built it. That's the one exception to the normal rule, is that you get builders assigned to builder's huts even before the building gets built, which is unlike every other example in the game. So I'm going to build 4 shovels for this one. Theoretically, he'll start building this particular building. Alright, so that'll be a good start for that, and I'll help him off camera. We're going to need to give him like a bunch of oak fences and stuff. I'm going to save like 10 of these. Get a bunch of these. A bunch of sticks. And a bunch of oak fences, and then a bunch of planks, or slabs rather, and the rest of the planks. Okay. So I'm gonna give all these, and I'm probably gonna need some cobblestone and some torches and stuff, but that is a good start. And then let me finish this episode by putting a few other buildings in. So we have these 4 houses that we need to put in. So let's just should put one here. So that's pretty good on this side. It hangs over quite a bit there, though. If I face it this way, it's better. Kind of. One this way and one that way. We'll just build a post there. Okay, so that'll be 1 house, and then I'm gonna place the other 4. I'll probably do that off camera. But you need to start building houses for your people, otherwise you'll never get any additional population. And this is especially true if you choose to use 2 builders, as I have, which I recommend, frankly. You're definitely going to want to start building houses right away as well. Let's try a beachfront house. Let me try this angle. I like that. I like that a lot. How does it look out here? It looks pretty good out here. Yeah, that'll work. So I'll confirm that, and we'll build that one. I can't remember if I've selected build the warehouse, but I definitely want to do that. But anyway, I think I'm going to call it an episode now. I'll do the rest of these houses and stuff offline. I'll keep giving my builders material, and we'll pick it back up here when they've made some progress on their buildings. This is the town hall coming in here. It's coming along nicely. Probably needs some more cobblestone, it looks like, or something. Looks like he needs something, so I'll have to get to the bottom of that, but we'll get used to it, and we'll continue there when we pick up next time on Minecraft.